Ladies took over Southern Colorado at the Women's Living Expo today, and let me just tell you, the day went off without a hitch. I was there throughout the evening and had a chance to taste gumbo, wine slushies, look at tattoos, try barbecue sauce, and so much more. Well, Christmas is just around the corner, and it's time to talk all things toys. And of course, I'm actually in a toy box here at Walmart, where we want to encourage you to come out to any local Walmart, buy a toy while you're shopping, and donate it for our toy drive. Now, that toy drive is December 18th. While you're shopping, grab a toy or two. As you can see, I'm surrounded by many. I've got stuffed animals here, just random toys that kids would love to get underneath the Christmas tree. So come out, grab a toy, donate it, and ultimately give a child a very Merry Christmas. Well, Dave, the countdown is on. Christmas is a little over 2 weeks away, and we, of course, at KKTV 11 News want to encourage the public to buy a toy and donate it to families in Southern Colorado in need. Of course, this toy drive allows a number of families to give their kids a wonderful Dawn. She looked in her mirror and saw lights flashing at her. She thought she had to pull over, but then her instincts kicked in and she kept it moving.
And we thank you for being with us tonight. I'm David Nancaro.
And I'm Mecca Rayne.
That man who police say kidnapped a 9-year-old girl is behind bars tonight, but questions remain over why an Amber Alert wasn't put out sooner.
KKTV 11 News reporter Karen Morfitt has been working with police throughout the day as things were unfolding. Karen, walk us through exactly what happened. Well, that's the exact question many folks right here in the Springs are asking. They say the point is to open doors to dialogue and to create a more open-minded place to live. Well, Dawn, the crook broke in through that window covered by that poster there. But what he didn't know was that the owners would be watching, not from inside, but from their own home. It's a look at a criminal in action. Take a look at this video. The crook breaks in and is apparently looking for something. Once he realizes an alarm has gone off, instead of leaving, he runs to a hiding spot. The alarm company calls the owners of Jay's Liquor Store. Pretty Chana and her husband can see the surveillance video feed from home.
We checked the cameras. We couldn't see anything, so we checked it again.
And this time they could see the crook. They alerted police. The crook had taken a rock, broken a window hidden behind a poster, kicked his way into the building, and pushed the coolers over just enough so he could get inside.
I am actually mad. I get pissed off. Seriously. Everyone will, actually.
She tells KKTV 11 News it makes her nervous to think that man could have been hiding until she came into work.
I was actually scared coming in this morning.
Chana says the man hid for an hour or so while police searched the store. You can see when the officers realize where the suspect is. Watch as they pull out their guns and arrest him. Now, this is the third time Jay's Liquor Store has been broken into, but the good news here is that every last one of those thieves has been caught. Well, Shannon, nowadays it's hard to keep track of what young people are doing, but some think keeping track is worth your time and effort. And if you want to know how, you can do it by calling your local cell phone provider or getting online. Ed was knocked up against a bar on the playground out here, and his glasses were broken. He needs these to see and to learn.
Did they do anything about it?
After getting nowhere with the school and the parents of the alleged bully, Matthew and Tommy Farley have taken matters into their own hands. Take a look at this video they created on YouTube.
The bully broke the arm.
10-year-old Tommy attends Academy Endeavor, and just last year his parents worked with administrators to have the bully and Tommy put in separate classes. This year the two were brought back together. Tommy says last week on the playground the bully shook the playground equipment he was sitting on.
I hit my face, and that's when the screw came loose on my glasses and when the arm broke.
And Tommy's dad says the bully's done similar stuff over and over again.
By putting my son back in class with him, they created the condition for really what come down to an assault.
Mr. Farley talked to school officials and was shocked by their response.
They had governmental immunity and did not have to pay anything or help us in any way.
And at this point, both Matt and his son Tommy would simply like the $180 pair of glasses to be fixed, be it by the school or by the bully's parents.
That's really all we want.
I want the school to stop tolerating bullying, and as far as I'm concerned, for someone to pay for my glasses.
Don, that stranger not only returned the gifts, but had to do a bit of digging to figure out how and where to get those things back to their rightful owner just in time for Christmas. Grandfather Dennis Cunningham, or Popo as he's affectionately called, experienced what he says is the true spirit of Christmas. Just this week, when his furnace went out, his van was in a crash and money was tight. The gifts he bought for his great-grandkids fell out of his truck on the way to see family.
Went to get the presents and they weren't there.
Popo thought he'd never see the ring, the watch, and other gifts again. He was wrong. A family found the gifts and the receipt, and they spent hours tracing those gifts back to Sears.
And got all the information and got their our number. And at 10 o'clock at night, they called us and said, "We have your presents."
The Dionisio family didn't stop there. Just 2 hours before Christmas Day, they delivered them. Popo was overwhelmed.
For my family, he was more than Santa Claus. He was an angel.
And Don, I have to tell you, their kindness didn't stop there. Before the Dionisio family left, they gave them $40, and the Dinisios had no idea Popo was down to his last dime. In fact, his gas tank was on E. That $40 did a lot of good tonight, Don.